Welcome back to Anxiety Makes Me Spooky Dookie.
Spooky Dookies.
Kaz is here.
Yay.
Not my boring stuff today.
Stop it. You're not boring.
Oh my gosh. Listen to what we're going to do real quick because I just had this happen today and I didn't tell you what we were going to talk about. So this is going to be quick.
Okay.
I mean, I always say that, but with me and you, we can talk about forever. Someone calls me and they were like, I read his email and I could just tell he was so mad. And I said, and this is
How do you know that?
Grown adult, you know, that probably has been through a lot in life. And I went, oh no, that's just the way that they type, just, it's fine. They asked a question. I didn't take it as anything. It was just like,
informative,
like
facts
when
only.
will this be, like that.
Yeah.
And they took it as like just panic mode. They called me a couple times. I was on the line with someone else. I was on the phone with someone else and I was like, I got to answer this. They keep calling me. I didn't know who it was. Yeah. And it was this, the supplier that I was working with. Oh my gosh, he's been so, I go, you know what? Don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
I've worked with them for 8 years. They just go down their emails,
right?
And go and don't worry about it.
So was it in all caps with
nothing
exclamation points?
It was truly let me know
face.
by. Yeah, I can't even think of what it was, but it was, there was no angry face. There was no caps. It was truly let me know this. And it was factual, but the person just took it as there's no greeting, there's no thanks, but that's just how they do it sometimes. And I'm so used to it. Now, does it make it right? It does not make it right.
I don't know. Why? Just
why say hello.
Why do we have
butt,
to be like,
whatever.
hi, how are you? I'm doing great. Hope this message finds you well. Mm-hmm. Blah, blah, blah. No.
So I do that
business.
on purpose.
That's see,
not that part.
But
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I think work is work. And if you want to do that in your personal email, because you're writing them an email to say, how are you? What's happening? Blah, blah, blah. Then you add in all the mushy gushy. When it's work, you just say, hey, I need this report by end of day. Bye.
See what you just did?
Yeah.
You did a greeting and an ending. See, that's what I was just going to say. I always say hello.
Yeah.
Or I say hi and I'll, put a line on there and then my signature is my thank you. So I have never shared.
Fine.
Okay, so when it comes to like suppliers or who we work with or leadership, I have never shared anything personal.
Right.
They may share with me and I say, I'm so sorry to hear that. And I'll relate quickly, but nothing, whatever. For the first time ever, yesterday, I wrote an email and I was interested in if the person had ran the Chicago Marathon.
Oh.
Because I was reading up on this person and they are an avid runner. So I thought, let's bring some personal into it. Like we're setting up some items, blah, blah, blah. I said, hey, by the way, did you run the Chicago Marathon on Sunday? I said, I've always wanted to run it, or I've never wanted to run it because I do I don't know how I put it, like a race before that. That's a long race, blah, blah, blah. I just kind of made it like personal, but nice. Yeah. It was quick. They never wrote me back. So I'm like, that's it. No more questions. No more personal. Learn my lesson.
My mouth is just
I am telling you, that's
open.
after like 8 years of just being like, hello, hello. I'm just all business. I'm like our boss always says, I'm linear. I just want to get the stuff done and go on to the next thing.
Yeah.
Like if you know me on a friendship level,
right?
Yes, of course. We'll chat a little bit about something that from the weekend or anything like that. But usually it's not. And for the first time ever, I was like, I'm going to put that in there. Never got an answer back. I'm like, wow, that was
They were
dumb.
like, why are you so obsessed with me?
Yeah. Exactly. How did you know? Did I run it? Blah, blah, blah. But I mean, if you have it out on your website that you're an avid runner, maybe it was just creepy. I don't know.
They're
so
like,
we probably
great.
lost that account. So sorry, boss man.
They're like, now she's stalking me.
I mean, okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Whatever.
I guess I do. Like, hey. And then info needed, wanted, or requested.
Okay, I'm going to share
Yeah.
one of your emails.
Oh, shit.
I don't remember what the question was.
Oh, this is so
But
funny.
it was like, hi, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Absolutely no problem, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Have a good day! Exclamation mark! Exclamation. So that's yours.
That's to you, though.
That's to everyone
That's
you write to.
Private.
You are. That's exactly how you write.
But I do. if I do that, it's like, oh yeah, that's no problem. I could get that done.
Yeah.
You know, so it's
In
like
your mind.
I
Yeah.
want them to know, like, that's
That's
no problem.
Yeah. I'm
Not-
very excited to do
Not
this.
that I'm really that excited to do it. But I want them to know that the task they asked me to complete was like easy to do.
Yes, right.
Now, other times I'm just like, I suppose I can get that done.
When I really don't want to get something done, I ask for a timeline. When do you need this by?
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if I'm feeling overwhelmed for the day. When does
Yeah.
this, and you know what's so funny is they take the time to write back and say as soon as possible, every time, because everything's a fire in retail. But whatever. I still just
I
give myself
agree,
that extra
yeah.
minute to ask for the timeline.
And what I just said that the other day, I was like, they all act like the shit is on fire 24/7, every single thing. You know, it's like, you know, we have separate bosses kind of for separate departments, right?
yeah.
And everything in their department is very important.
Of
and
course.
Fuck everybody else. basically.
Exactly.
I don't care if they ask you to do something. I need this now. And you're like, I don't know what to do. I don't want to make anybody mad.
But I want to make everyone happy at the
Yeah.
same time. It's crazy. I
Yeah.
took a hiatus from where we work. So for 3 years, I was with a company that always asked about timelines.
Ugh.
So my first year coming in, I was like, everything was on fire and we got to get this done. And how come you don't have this? And the people would write back, I can get this report to you. And it was like a 2-week time frame. I was like, wow, wait,
By
wha-
Halloween.
what? Yeah. I was like, wait, what? And so it took me like 2 years to calm
Oh,
down. Then I come
God.
back and it's all fire again. I'm like, darn it.
Yeah.
But so I have a little fun thing for you.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah, just a quick kind of fun.
Spooky dookies?
No, it's not. Anxiety makes me spooky dooky. We're gonna talk about assumptions. We're gonna kind of
Oh,
maybe get into the world of assumptions.
I'm really bad
okay?
at those.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah.
same.
Yeah.
Because, like I said earlier, this phone call, he was like, oh, he was just so like dry and what. Not saying anything bad, just like he was emotionally. You could tell he was
Right.
very like. He's new to the company and, you know, he was like, oh, and I was just kept saying, don't worry about it. I
Yeah.
didn't even read it at all like that,
Yeah.
what he was. So I calmed him down and he was like, oh, I feel so much better. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
You know, so we have a couple scenarios.
Okay.
So you're going to tell me what your assumption
Okay.
feels, but give everyone just like a couple seconds to think about their assumption. And then, okay.
Okay.
So you text someone, I'm on my way, and they reply, okay, just get here safely. Do you take that as caring or are you digging into it like you're always late and reckless? So I'm on my way and they reply, okay, just get here safely. What's your thoughts?
I would say caring. I
Caring.
think that's caring.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, because first of all, I'm very rarely late.
Right.
So, you know, although I will say I was driving the brother and sister-in-law home from the airport the other day and I almost killed us.
Yes.
But I wasn't late picking them up.
So the one word in there that might throw people off is the word just.
Just. Yeah.
I
could-
feel like
yeah.
when you use the word just, it's kind of like a,
Uh-huh. Like,
I don't know.
Don't be crazy. Just
Yeah.
do it like a normal person
yeah,
would do it.
yes. Some people might take it that way.
Yeah. Okay.
Your manager says, hey, when you get a second, can you come to my office?
Oh, fuck.
Are they asking for help or are you getting fired?
I'm fired.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, if they throw something on the calendar, that's it.
Yeah.
Do you remember that one time? The second year I was at that hiatus job.
Yeah.
And they threw something on at 11
Yes.
o'clock on Friday. And I was
Yes.
like in tears.
You were sweating.
I was shaking.
Yeah.
I came downstairs by Steve. I go, I'm getting fired today. This is it. They're letting me go today. And he was like, what? I called you.
Yeah. And I was like, shut the
I
F up.
I make things I've gotten better. I'm getting better
Yeah.
the past couple years, but man, did I make that a mess. I think I gave myself a mini heart attack.
And what was it?
She was leaving.
Yeah.
She was leaving. And she wanted me to be the first one because her and I worked so closely
Yeah.
together. She wanted to let me know before she announced it at a meeting that we were having at noon.
Yeah.
Lord.
Yep.
A coworker says, wow, you actually look awake today. Compliment? Insult? What's your thought on that?
I'd be like, wow, you look like a bitch today.
So right away, it's an insult.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I remember, I think like 3 times in my 10 years at the place where we met, maybe, I didn't wear makeup. Oh my God. Are you okay? You look sick. You know, like, what's wrong with your face? And I'm like, y'all can just eat a poop because
A spooky dookie.
a spooky dookie because I just don't have makeup on today. And they're like, wow.
Jeez.
Don't do that, guys. Either you can show up the first day without makeup and let everybody see what your real face is and then wear makeup if you want to, but don't ever show up the first day with makeup and then decide one day not to put it on.
Right. Gosh. Ugh. You send a long message. It doesn't say what kind of message. So maybe you explained yourself about something and they reply with K. I have a couple takes on this. So are they busy? Are they mad? What's your thoughts on that?
You know, that's very like situational based, you know, but yeah, I hate one word replies, although sometimes I do give them, but I will always type okay.
So let's just say you send a long message and they type okay, but maybe you had a question in there.
Well, then
right? And you're like, wait, now then what's the answer?
Then I would submit my question.
So you're confident enough that they probably just didn't read the question. You're going to repeat
They probably
the question.
didn't read the whole email because maybe
Sure.
I was putting
Or
too many
text or whatever.
exclamation points in it.
My take is they spent the time to read it and sent me a reply to show me that they read it. And so then
So it's like seen.
it's locked down. It's done.
Yeah.
It's seen.
Yeah.
Or like on
Thumbs up.
the apples, right? Can you
Yeah.
do thumbs up on
We can
your
do
text
thumbs up.
message? So
Yeah.
when I do a thumbs up, I kind of just let people know read it, executing it for work,
Yeah.
and then for like you or Bestie, then it's like
Yeah.
a yep, I saw it,
Yeah.
but I'm driving or whatever.
I do thumbs up all the time. Yeah.
So I guess that would be
Especially
it's the same.
the work group texts and like, you know,
Oh, yeah.
somebody just puts out
Yeah.
information. Hey guys, I saw these with short dates on them. Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Yeah.
Right.
And I always try to at least give something seen
Yes.
so that way you know
Yep.
you were heard.
There's someone that doesn't have much of a personality that I work with,
Yeah.
but he has his read receipts on.
Oh.
So I think it's gotten better where I used to obsess with it a couple years ago. I would see the read receipt and then he wouldn't write me back. And I'm like, come on, write me back an answer. Now it's within like a minute.
Yeah.
But I obsessed over that. But the nice thing was I saw that he read it, but he didn't ever reply. Now he replies at least.
I feel like that's the worst.
Yeah.
You're like, thanks for choosing to ignore me.
right.
Clearly what I have going on is not important at all.
And then after obsessing with it,
Yeah.
like a month or two later, he said, oh yeah, when you see that I keep my read receipts on, when you see that I read it, yes, that's what he does it on purpose. Like I saw it, I acknowledged it. Okay. I'm like, no, you give me a thumbs up or a K.
Listen. Because like, it's like the ultimate diss.
Right.
Like when you left somebody on red, you know what I
Yes.
mean? Like how do you just use that as your own personal okay?
Yeah.
Like and that's universal if somebody left you on red, you know?
Can I say something? The first time I heard that, my son used to use that phrase. He still sometimes does. I thought it was UNRE, like unread, not
Left me
unread.
unread.
Yeah, unread. And I was like, how do you know that they
Oh.
left you unread? I did that for a long time, not unread. They left you unread.
Unread.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Do you know, for a long time, I'm like,
That is
he would always
funny.
say that. I'm like, how do you know that they did that? So like on socials, it'll tell
You're
you
like
their
racking
little
your
bubble
brain.
face, their little
You're racking
profile.
your brain
Oh
on
my
it.
God. I'm like, how do you know they left you on red? He goes, because I saw it. I'm like, because they didn't respond. I remember asking him, I'm like, what do you think I'm saying, Mom? Oh, Lord. And I raised
Damn
two
these
children.
kids. Damn these kids and their weird sayings.
Yeah, I know.
We don't
So,
understand.
but it just like you just said it now too, and I almost was like, well, how did she know? No, it's on red. Like
On
it
red.
says red at October 15th.
Right.
Yeah.
Or on Android, it just says red.
Oh, okay. So mine gives
Says
like
red.
date,
Yeah.
seconds, time, where they were.
Anytime I get a new phone, immediately turn my read receipts off. Red
Yeah,
receipts
I
off.
think mine's off as well,
Yeah.
but I don't. It doesn't. Either
Because
way, it
if
doesn't
I
matter.
look at it and I don't want to answer you, I'm not answering you. And
Yeah.
you don't need to know.
right, yeah, true.
At least I'm not rude to leave you on red.
Yeah.
But then the problem with that is then sometimes I open the text and then I never go back to it.
Yeah.
Or I see you're calling and I have to decline because I'm busy and then I never go back to it. So
Yeah.
sorry if I ever do that to you.
I totally did that.
I forget. Once it's the notification is gone, I'm moving on with my life.
Yep.
So sorry, guys.
Someone comments on your post, interesting take. Genuine or passive aggressive? Again, it's situational, but
Yeah.
what would be your first thought if they wrote something like that? Interesting take.
I would probably think they were genuine. Like,
Okay.
I never thought about it like that.
Mhm. So
Or
I must have a
never
lot of
thought, you know.
snarky people because I would do it as
Yeah.
passive aggressive.
Yeah.
And then in my mind, see, we're talking about assumptions.
Yeah.
I'd be waiting for the messenger or something on the
Right.
side for them to send me something.
Right.
But again, maybe my history is that someone has done that to me.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. You know, because then I think about people who are like smarter than me.
Yeah.
You know, everybody
Not many, but
thinks
yeah.
differently,
Mhm.
right? And like me and my sister were just talking about like when she watches a movie like a mystery, she always knows who did it. Always. She's so
Yeah.
good at that. And it's like she's so good at just taking in all these clues and details and you know, and I'm not. I'm just like, "Oh my god, it was so and so," you know, and that's I always say Murder She Wrote. I never know who did it because I always fall asleep. And she's like, "How could you not know?" And I'm like, "Well, I don't know." And she's like, "That's like the easiest one, Murder She Wrote," you know, like so obvious. I'm like, apparently not to everybody, smarty pants. So I think, you know, people above me, I never know what they're.
You know what? You're gonna like all of Frida McFadden's then, because there's always
I
a twist.
know.
Those will be good for you.
That first one that I read, The Teacher, the twist at the end, I was like, son of a gun.
And what do you
And-
got? What do you make? Housemaid?
Housemaid.
Yeah,
I'm on
that's-
the Housemaid.
And you're doing the series?
Yes. And today I posted, this book is so good, right?
Yes.
I listen to audiobooks. And our friend Shannon was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm reading this one. Is that the first one?" And I said, "Yeah, this is the first one," because she was reading The Handmaid's Secret or something, I think. Or
Oh.
Handmaid. Housemaid's Secret.
Did that last night, too.
Yeah, I know. You got me going. Anyway, so I sent her, like, I Googled which order to read them in and sent it to her. And I was like, hey, I said, you know, I listen to these. I don't read the books. I said, if you can get away with an AirPod in your ear while you're working, I know you got your library card. Go on, get the Libby. It's Libby, Libby app. You put your library card with it, and it lets you rent audiobooks through the app.
Incredible. Yeah.
Tip for you all. And she was like, oh, damn, I'm getting on that right now. And I was like, yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Good.
Anyways.
So your spouse, partner, friend, whatever texts you, I'll let you know. So
Yeah.
again, situational.
You answer me right now.
Okay. Are you assuming they're trying to figure it out, trying to commit to other plans? What is your assumption on that? What are your thoughts?
You better tell me right now. Otherwise, I'm going to go do what I want to do or whatever.
Perfect.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. But, you know, I find it very odd. And I don't know. I should ask you. Do you and your husband text during the day or call during the day?
Sometimes.
Like a lot, though? Or is it situational, like, hey, what are our plans for dinner tonight? Or is it like, hey, how you doing? What's going on at the house? Because
The
I'm
first
out.
one.
What's for dinner
Yeah,
tonight,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's like informational only,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
You know, there's people out there that text all day long, couples. Why? You're going to see each other later. Unless it's something like, what's dinner plans? Or so-and-so invited us over for dinner tonight. Do you have anything planned? If it's information that I need to know, otherwise, if it's something that happened or whatever, I save it for later. Otherwise, what are we going to talk about?
So are they the only friends in each other's lives?
Maybe. I don't know. I was shocked to find
Because
out
if
that
I
couples
combined
text all
how
day.
often I talk to friends at work, friends outside of work, my spouse, my kids, and I had to roll that all into one
Yeah.
person, I probably would be talking to them every day, all day long. Because I'll like something funny and I think of you, and something's funny and I'll think of Steve.
yeah.
Something's funny, I'll think of my kids and I'll send them stuff.
I mean, as friends, yeah, we text. You're going to text your kids. But your spouse, like And I don't mean it like that, but it's like I would never be like, oh, hey, I'm sitting on lunch. What are you doing? You know what I mean? I just don't do that. I don't know. I guess we're the weird ones. I just wait until I get home. Like, hey, how was your day?
Yeah, we don't.
You know?
Not too much during the day.
What'd you do
No.
today? Did you do any of the things I asked you to do?
I think the last
today?
time, if you looked in his phone, the last thing was like an insurance thing I sent him. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, get this fixed. I got to send this to work, you know?
Yes.
And then I think his
Yes.
question is, you want me to call the insurance guy? Yeah.
Yes.
That's it.
So I sent it to you.
That's why I sent it to you. Make it happen.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. So a coworker says to you, I thought you already knew.
Oh.
What are you thinking about that? Are they genuinely surprised at you, or are they saying, like, pay attention next time?
I'd be like, assuming means making an ass out of you and me. No, God, without like context, if everybody went to lunch for the day and they all met at the same place and I'm like, hey, where did everybody go? And she's like, oh, I thought you already knew that we were going to lunch. My feelings would probably be hurt,
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, well, I thought you already knew that because they sent it out in a memo last week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I don't know. Neither
It's
one
all
is
in
good.
how you say it in your head, right?
Neither one is good.
Nothing's good. None of these are good.
Nothing's good as
I have an
coming from
idea.
that.
Don't say anything this way, all right? Make it real long and explain it to all the rest of us that have anxiety, okay? Tell us all your feelings.
Oh God.
You know what we should do?
What?
Is we should be able to text a line, and then at the end, it tells the person how we're saying it or telling it. Like, we are feeling happy, emotional, stress, like you
Listen,
do on Facebook.
That's how you do it because and we're from the generation. People make fun of us. We put LOL.
LOL at the back of everything.
Yes.
But that's why.
Yes. Because I want you to know I'm not mad or I'm just kidding. That's why I do like the GIFs, however you say them.
Sure.
Because you can be like, ha, 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 or be like, ew, or I'm mad, or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
How about if someone says to you, you didn't have to do that?
I get told that a lot.
Is it appreciation or mild annoyance?
I always feel like it's appreciation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you didn't have to do that.
Here, I got a good one for you.
Oh,
Because this happened to me last week. You don't have to stay and do that. No, it's okay. You don't have to stay and do that. Are they kicking me out because they don't like the way I'm doing it? Or are they truly
Ooh.
saying, you got a long ride home, go ahead and get in your car?
I would assume go ahead and get in your car.
So I thought the other way.
Yeah.
I was like, they're done with me.
Yeah. That's hard.
I know.
I mean, yeah, you spent all day with the person and they're just like, I'm over Meredith making me work all day.
Right, right.
She didn't even take a lunch today. What
That's
the
okay.
hell?
You don't have to do that. Twice. I was like, is it because you're done? Like, and then I finally asked. I'm like, you're done working with me? Would you like me to go? No, you got a long ride home.
Oh, that's funny.
I took it the wrong way.
Yeah.
So I left. I'm out. How about someone says, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
I'm going to worry about it.
Are you going to worry about it? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm absolutely. Because if I'm already doing said thing,
Yeah.
no, I'm gonna worry about it. Yeah.
How about, I'm not mad. I promise.
They're
Do you
mad.
believe them? They're
No,
mad.
They're mad.
Is it because they added the I promise at the back to
Yeah.
almost like add a little
Now I
extra
know
to
you're
it?
lying.
Yeah. It's the number one phrase of people who are in fact mad,
Yeah.
according to
mad.
whatever, Google or
I'm
something.
not mad. You promise? Yeah, I promise. I'm not mad. Now I know you're lying because you promised.
One time, I asked Steve if he was mad, and you know how you usually say like, "Oh, I swear on God," or "I swear to whatever." He goes, "I swear on you, I'm not mad." I go, "Don't swear on me. I know that you're mad."
Oh boy.
I go, "Are you lying?" "No, I swear on you." "Oh, that's not very nice."
He was like, "Cause bitch, I hope you die right now. I'm so mad."
Because then you know I'm telling the truth. I'm like,
Oh my
"Fine."
God. And you knew he was mad?
I mean, I thought he was, but then again, we're on anxiety makes me spooky dookie, so everyone's mad at me.
Everyone's mad at me. Everyone's mad at me and I gotta poop.
Okay, I've heard this one before, so I have a question for you.
Okay.
What if a customer says, "Wow, you must love working here," and in the text here, the context, it's love is on the italics. So the person is saying, "Wow, you must love working here." So how are you taking that?
I was like, oh, so you see my pain.
Okay, you would make it a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like, yeah, because of people like you.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how I would take that.
People like you make me love working here.
That's awesome. That's a good one.
Yeah.
You must love working here because it's customers like you.
Yeah, right.
So whether they're being sarcastic or not, you're just reflecting it, bouncing
Right.
it back to them. Like, this is the reason
Matching
why you're saying
energies.
matching energy. Thank you. Yeah. What if a coworker says good for you?
Oh, that's always so sarcastic.
It's a tough one. And I found myself saying it a couple weeks ago. I was like, in a good way, good for you. I had to like repeat myself. But I've had people text, email, good for you.
Because I always feel like it's like, oh, good for you.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Look at you. So lucky.
It's been used very often with me as a sarcastic remark. So for me, when someone says it, I immediately just like, fuck you.
Although I would be like, good for you. That's amazing.
So yes,
you know?
but what if it's in a text? You don't know how they're saying
Right.
it unless it's exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark.
I will never text that. If I have in the past, I'm sorry.
How about you're really sensitive about that?
Oh, now I'm mad. Now I'm sensitive. I'm going to cry, and I'm going to be mad at you for saying that.
It says, is it a helpful observation or a rude jab?
I'd say a rude jab. Yeah. Because how dare you exploit my feelings? You know what I mean? Like, I'm allowed to have my feelings, and sorry if you can't deal with my feelings right now, but...
So,
So if they
coughing
say...
in my microphone.
If they say, you're really sensitive about that, I'm going to be like, and that was a really rude thing to say.
Okay.
So
what if I start crying because I see that there's a little mousey dead on the side of the trail, and I'm like, oh no, mice. And a friend says, you're so sensitive about that. Still no.
I'd be like, and? Do you have no empathy?
Right?
Do you have no feelings? Yeah.
One more. A friend says, you didn't respond to my text yesterday with no other context. Is it like a casual check-in, emotional guilt trip? How are you feeling about that?
Well, just like I said earlier, with no read receipts. Yeah, I'd probably feel like an asshole, so it's probably guilt trippy.
Okay.
You know, I feel like most of my friends and family know, like, if I don't answer you, it's because I saw it and then forgot, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe I was driving. Or the one thing I really hate about my phone is it'll say, like, oh, you have 3 text messages, right? In your little bubble, your little notification. If you open it up and open one of those text messages, the notification goes away. So I only read one. I still have 2 more sitting there that I'm not even going to notice until I go into my texts again. So I hate that because I am flighty like that, if you want to call it that or whatever, you know? So yeah, I hopefully they'd just be checking up on me because they know I forget.
I almost feel like it's another way of saying, per my last email, or that's how I would take it.
Yeah.
But I must be just a bitter old lady because all of these made me angry.
I don't, it really depends on the context.
Yeah, I know.
You know?
Yeah, it really does.
Because if I'm saying good for you, I really mean it.
Right.
Where other people are saying good for you.
Yeah. Yep. I've had that so many times.
Yeah. I don't, you know.
So I guess as people that are sensitive, we don't assume anything in a text, right?
Yeah.
Never, ever
No.
put
I'd be like, why
emotion to
are
a
you
text.
mad? And they'd be like, I'm not mad, you know? And I'd be like,
Right.
are you sure?
Yeah. See, I wouldn't. I would just be like, cool. All right. Anyways. And I would just keep going with the conversation now.
Okay.
A couple years ago, I wouldn't.
Yeah. This is true.
Or if it's someone that I'm real close to and they say K, I'm like, you know where you can put that K? Like I would correct them with the way that they were short.
Yeah. Do you know a lot of younger people, and my stepdaughter does it, she does KK.
Oh, yeah, because it's easier than typing okay.
I know. And I go, why do you put KK? And she goes, I don't know. That's what I've always done.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, that's so weird. And she's like, yeah, I don't know. It's what I've always done.
It's
you
quick,
know?
like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh, K. Oh, K.
When someone texts you, emails you, whatever, and they put something, do you think you're pretty good at knowing they want to be left alone, they're mad at you, no. Because you are just a factual person in your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Even though I don't reply that way, right?
Yeah.
As you know, because Meredith read you my secret email. I'm always like, oh my God, okay, great, no problem. Yeah, thanks, bye.
Hope you have a great day.
Because, like, I want everybody to just
be happy.
Yeah, you know, so.
We need more people like you.
Well, maybe not, you know. Sometimes I waste resources. Like, not a good recycler. You don't need more people like me.
So I get a little beat up by people that I work with, and I've learned to just let it go. I get caps.
Yeah.
I get exclamation marks because they're angry. I get feelings where they actually share their feelings. This has made me so upset. Why did this person blah, 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 you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So you know that they're putting their emotion to it.
Right.
So I've learned to read through, like, what do they need from me?
Right.
Like, it's been a very, very good practice this past year and a half being back at where we work. Very good, because I promised myself I was not going to get emotional. Sometimes, you know, it happens.
It's hard.
It's hard.
It's hard. It's
to get beat up every day.
90% of our life.
Is communication and written communication and text messages and emails. So, but I've gotten really good where I almost feel like those around me that were kind of rough have calmed down. And then every once in a while, with that being said, I've kind of taken out the assumptions and I just kind of go, okay, what do they need from me? All right, fine. I'm going to schedule it. Done. Get it done. Whatever. Follow up if I have to. The one thing that I think that has always bothered me and probably always will is when they don't put anything at the back of a sentence. They just go, and there's no period.
No punctuation at all.
But then then someone that I was talking to told me it's because they want to continue the conversation.
Oh.
And I go, I'm going to think about it that way. So I wanted to share that with everyone.
Okay.
Because that for some reason was one of my pet peeves, like just end the sentence. Like put a period, put an exclamation mark, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm going from one extreme to the next. I don't want to get yelled at.
Yeah.
But I also want you to finish your sentence. But then the person said, think of it this way. They just want to continue the conversation. Like they know that they're probably going to talk to you later on in the day.
Yeah, I don't like that, but I see what that person's saying.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I used to get yelled at a lot, though, in English class because I would have run-on sentences.
Yeah,
you know? Like, you should have stopped it there and then started it again. And I notice in my text messages, like if I have to text kind of a long thing, what is that, like dash?
Yeah, the M dash.
Yeah. And everyone says, oh, they know it's Chat GPT if that's in there. And I'm like, I use that all the time.
The M dash?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I use that all the time.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm just old. Because now the teenagers are teasing us for putting too many. Not only can we not put LOL at the end of every sentence, but they are giving us shit about using emojis. And we were like,
I'm never going to run away from that.
Dude,
ever.
We loved them when they came out.
Yep.
It was a way for us to express emotion.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
So.
That is, going back to the M dashes.
Yeah.
Do you know, when I first put out my Anxiety Makes Me Spooky Dookie book, the first one, the gold one, I went and looked at how many M dashes I had in there because that is also how I typed.
Yeah.
So I purposely went through and it said, 49 or something throughout like a 200-page book. And I was like, ooh, that probably is a lot in my conversation. So I went through and added some commas, looked through my sentences. And then the second book, I had an editor. And some of the M dashes stayed.
Yeah.
So I hate that they think that, and those are all true stories. So it's not like ChatGPT is not writing my life story.
Right.
And but I hate that they're starting to think that it's been associated with that.
Yeah.
Because I read older books too that have been way before chat, and there's a ton of M dashes in there.
Well, I think their whole point is that people don't use those anymore. The new generation no longer uses that.
So what do they do for a pause or to show that they're going to... Like, these are the things that I like. Puppies, Like, how else would you do it besides
I don't know.
But we don't do semicolons really anymore, and we don't do em dashes. So how do you? I guess it's just
Put them in a list. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Or I like, and it's comma, comma, comma. I guess.
Yeah.
Interesting. I don't know.
Because then if you do like, I need cheese, salt, and pepper. Do you do cheese, comma, salt, comma, and pepper?
I don't know if I do. Cheese. I'm writing it out. Cheese, salt. I don't. I only put the one comma.
So I was taught you put a comma after
The second one.
before and.
Yeah, I'm sure that's correct.
And
yeah.
that's an old way of thinking now too. So
yeah, I don't know. Cheese,
So yeah, we're
salt.
just
because I feel
old
like the
bitches.
salt and pepper would just be one.
Well, yeah, that was probably a bad.
No, I'm sorry. Well,
example.
not so
You know.
cheese and pepper. If that was at the end,
Yeah,
I feel like that's the and is combining them, so you don't need a comma.
Yeah.
But you know what?
I don't know.
My very close cousin is in English. She has a doctorate.
Yeah,
We will ask her
yeah.
and see what the correct thing.
See what she says. How
Yeah.
old is she? I mean, like age. You don't have to tell me how old
58.
she is. But, okay.
She's retiring this year.
So she's older school.
Yes, but she
Has
just got her
evolved.
doctorate like in the past 10 years maybe.
Okay.
So yeah, definitely.
Okay.
She had to write a whole doctorate.
Yeah.
and she's a doctor of English, which is so cool.
I could never.
So smart.
Speaking of school,
Yeah.
I had my 25-year
Yeah, how was
class
that?
reunion. And
I loved your Snapchats.
2 teachers came. Okay.
Oh, cool.
So one teacher, I was looking at her, I was like, I did not like her. She was an English
Oh.
teacher.
Really?
And I just was not English and math. Science I was okay at. Home ec, great. Math, I sucked. Anyways. So then this other woman comes walking up to me, my friend Liana, and she was like, Cassie and Liana. And me and Liana both look at each other like, what the hell? And I was like, I feel like I'm in trouble right now. It was our librarian
Oh.
who always did Saturday detention.
Oh.
That's literally how she knew who we were.
Oh my god.
She's like, y'all spent a lot of time in the library and it wasn't to check out books. And I was like, yeah.
Oh
yeah,
my
you're right.
god. What would you
You're
get
right.
detentions for? I can't even imagine.
We're not discussing that.
Oh, that's next week's. All right. Well, everyone, thanks for joining us. I don't think I ever had a detention. Isn't that terrible?
No?
Maybe one. No, I don't think I ever did.
Geez, Saturday detentions. And it was like if you didn't show up to Saturday detention 4 Saturdays in a row, they would just give you an out of school suspension. And I was like, yeah, I'll stay home for a day.
Wow.
I was like, that was her biggest mistake, was telling me that.
right.
You know.
Yeah. Now I'm not even going to try.
And then I was like, because my friend Liana, I was like, she was pretty good. She was in sports and this. And I was like, you were in Saturday time. She's like, dude, I was always late to school. I'm like, you lived across the street. Literally across the street. She's like, yeah, and I would wait till like 7:58 to leave my house. You know, you gotta be there at 8:00.
Oh my gosh.
I'd never make it there on time. I was like, I don't know. Saturday detention, I was probably hungover. So
Yeah.
give me a book and I'm gonna pretend to read and like
And how long was detention?
4 hours
Oh gosh.
for a Saturday detention, and you had to be there 8 a.m.
Do they still have detentions now?
I'm sure they do. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
Anyways, my Saturday detention teacher was like, what's up, girl?
How nice though that
Yeah.
you're a successful woman where you could be like, thanks for the detentions and made me a better person.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Even where we met,
Yeah.
I used to, I would work the cash register, and it was my principal.
Yeah.
And he would be like, oh my God, you were always such a good kid. And I was like, the hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
You caught me smoking behind the gym. And he was like, yeah, but you were still a good kid. And I was like, I think you got me mixed up with somebody else because you yelled at me a lot.
I don't know.
Whatever. They
Feels
did
like
their best.
It's their job. Yeah.
They did their best.
They obviously did something.
You know,
Because you do very well now in life.
Listen, I always thought I was a good human being.
Yep.
You know,
They saw it. That's why.
I'm not, I might have gotten into some trouble when I was a kid and stuff, but don't we all?
Yeah.
You know, some people got away with it. Some people didn't.
Some
wasn't
of us
smart.
We're in detention every Saturday. I mean, it's no big deal.
Every Saturday.
Well, thanks for listening, everybody.
All right.
Talk to you next time.
Spooky dookie. See you later.